What's really happening with Russia's war in Ukraine? Are US efforts anywhere close to ending the conflict? What would a reset in US-Russia relations mean for the US and the world? We are out here on the streets of the nation's capital, getting your questions and taking them straight to our experts.
I would like to know when the war is going to come to an end.
That is a great question to ask Vladimir Putin, because this war is his war, and Russia is the problem here. The Kremlin has had the opportunity to end this war every single day since it launched its full-scale invasion of Ukraine in February of 2022. Ukraine wants this war to end, but it does not want a temporary peace or a dangerous peace. There are estimates that Ukraine will be able to continue to counter Russia's aggression for another 6 months to a year, depending on resources that the Biden administration had ensured would be supplied to Ukraine through to that time. The current US administration can do more to help support Ukraine. By providing additional supplies to Ukraine, Ukraine would be able to strengthen its defenses and then come to the negotiating table from a stronger position.
Why can't we just have peace? Why can't we just come to the point of sitting down at a table and coming to a resolve? You know, lots of money is going out, a lot of people are getting hurt, and we're wasting a lot of money, but nothing's happening.
While the idea of an immediate peace along current lines may seem attractive on paper, what Ukraine really needs is a just and lasting peace and not a temporary peace. Russia has a very strong track record of violating ceasefire agreements. Putin is making this even more difficult by refusing to engage with the Ukrainians at the negotiating table. Because he is refusing to treat Zelensky as a legitimate actor to negotiate with, even though he is the democratically elected leader of Ukraine, it will be even more difficult to come to a peace. And as a result, the US administration-led talks will be unlikely to lead to any outcome if Putin can't come to the table and cooperate with a real commitment to peace.
Right now, what are the long-term consequences of letting a peace plan with the current gains at plan that Russia has? What are the consequences for this?
There are 6 million Ukrainians that are still living in areas of Ukraine that are under temporary Russian occupation. There is copious evidence as well that shows that the Russian military in these areas is running a regime of oppression and a regime of terror. A ceasefire along current lines would mean that 6 million Ukrainians are still subject to Russian aggression every day. The message that this sends is a very dangerous one. It is a message that one nation can just invade another nation and violate its sovereignty and force it to cede territory with absolutely no repercussions. This is an extremely dangerous precedent to set, and it is one that runs counter to the democratic and free world. Thank you everyone for these great questions. And for more information, follow the Atlantic Council and the Atlantic Council's Eurasia Center, and keep up with the Eurasia Center's Ukraine Alert blog.